Well, hello everybody, I'm Huell Howser, and here we are on this windy day up here in the nice little high desert community of Mojave. Hi, I'm Huell Howser, and here we are on one of those spectacular California springtime afternoons. Well, hello everybody, I'm Huell Howser, and here it is, another one of those hot days. So Louie and I have decided to cool off a little bit. We've come out here to the Santa Monica Pier.
Growing up in the 80s and 90s, especially in Southern California, Huell Howser was a household name. If you had old rabbit ear antennas on the TV because all of your friends had cable TV and the newest MTV music videos you were missing out on, you were probably familiar with Southern California icon Huell Howser. Sunday night staples as California's Gold, Visiting with Huell Howser, Videolog, and Road Trip with Huell Howser were regulars as you watched closely on the floor in your pajamas, dreading to go to bed early because you had school the next morning. Huell Howser was born in 1945 in Gallatin, Tennessee, hence his trademark heavy accent.
Look at all that's going on here! Here comes another one! Here comes another one!
Looking back at his legacy, Huell Howser was a pioneer at what we know today as the modern social media vlogger. When Huell moved to LA, he was mostly self-employed as a contractor for CBS, PBS, and did some voiceover work as well. But it was mainly his style of friendly, childlike approach to human interest road trips, travel adventures, and interviewing local folk is what set him apart. With just a microphone and a regular cameraman in his career, Louie and Troy, he set out on the road in his Ford Explorer, oftentimes with just a AAA map and a plan, but definitely no script to work off of. In his early career, Huell joined the Marine Corps and then started his television work for the University of Tennessee. In 1981, he took a chance and moved to Los Angeles, where he began making videos for PBS, CBS, and Entertainment Tonight. He lived in the heart of Hollywood at William Frawley's old apartment. You know, the guy that played Fred Mertz from I Love Lucy? He lived near Vine and Melrose and was a humble, down-to-earth kind of guy.
Well, hello everybody, I'm Huell Howser, and you know, an interesting thing happened to me the other day when I was doing my shopping here at Pavilions, which is my local grocery store on the corner of Vine and Melrose here in Hollywood. Now, when I'm shopping inside, usually, it's not that unusual for me to end up meeting and having conversations with some fellow shoppers. But on this particular day, it was a little unusual because during my shopping experience, I ended up meeting two different women, both of whom came up to me and suggested that I visit their places of business that they thought where they worked would make a good story. Well, they both gave me their business cards, and both of these places where they work sound like interesting places. So what we're going to do on this particular adventure, we're going to follow up on those two invitations I got the other day inside the grocery store. I have absolutely no idea how this adventure is going to turn out, but it all started in the grocery store, and it should be a lot of fun. Here we go on this open-ended, we don't know how it's going to end up, adventure.
Huell loved to travel, and his passion for making videos went hand in hand. His travel adventures brought him to many places and exclusive behind-the-scenes footage that no one else could really get, much like Discovery Channel's How It's Made, before that ever became popular. Take a look at these examples from the archives of KCET.
Hats.
It's all about the hat.
And snacks.
Show us that wrist action when you bring them up.
The lemonade is hand-squeezed, handmade.
At Hot Dog on a Stick.
What did you say?
It's amazing.
Look at this, Nikki. The onions are one color over there. They're another color over here.
Yeah, we have different onions for different uses. Some of these onions are going to be going to fast food chains for onion rings. So, yeah, different
I never
colors.
had thought about all the different colors, shapes, sizes.
And different parts of the onions people want. People just want certain parts. The inner parts or the outer parts, a certain
the core
cut,
or the ring.
Exactly.
Wow, look at all this. This is like an amazing, the amount of energy in here. Turn around here, Cameron, and look over here. This whole room is just full of energy. As far as you can see, onions.
His impromptu style of interviewing and conversations were borderline intrusive, but being interviewed, you just couldn't say no to the friendly Huell asking simple questions that interested him and his audience. One of his more memorable episodes was his unplanned tour of the city of Newberry Springs. His failed attempts at locating the ostrich farm led him to a family inviting him over for lunch of leftovers in their backyard, which he kindly accepted and stumbled across this eccentric rock collector.
Oh. Can you pick up the colors? I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Well, this is interesting. What is your name, sir?
Jesus Tinajero.
You just pulled over to the side of the road. You saw us standing out here, didn't you?
Yeah, I see your program all the time.
Now listen, we're heading to Newberry Springs. How do we get there?
It's 1 mile over there.
Just straight down this road?
Yeah.
Is it a pretty nice little town?
Yeah.
Do you live there?
Yeah.
Is there much to see when we get there?
Not really bad, yeah. Not really bad, yeah. You can see old people. A lot of old people over there.
A lot of old people?
And farm people.
Uh-huh.
A lot of fields.
But it's a nice place to live.
Oh, yeah. You can see everybody say hi, good morning, and everything.
Good, good. And your name is?
Jesus Tinajero.
Well, nice to meet you, sir.
Since Huell was a local, he regularly ate hot dogs at his favorite spot nearby, Pink's. Huell was the first celebrity to have a Pink's hot dog named after him, and soon after, other hot dogs such as the Ozzy Spicy Dog, the Martha Stewart Dog, and the Lord of the Rings, and so on and so forth came much after.
Okay, here we are. We're back behind the counter. We're ready. There's the pink curtain.
That's right. I think you should do the honors.
So what happened? She just pulled the string? I've never done this before.
Here we go. There we go. The Huell dog. Double chili cheese dog, 2 hot dogs in 1 bun, mustard, chili, cheese, and onions. Huell Howser's favorite. And if you notice the shape, in the shape of California, California gold.
If there was ever an example of California's gold, the double chili cheese dog is it.
Although Huell enjoyed renting his Hollywood apartment, he owned other homes in 29 Palms and Palm Springs. However, the city of Newberry Springs struck a chord with Huell, and in 2003 he bought the famous Volcano House. The Volcano House is a flying saucer-shaped house that sits atop a 150-foot tall extinct cinder cone, and built in 1968 by engineer Vard Wallace, the same guy who invented and patented the skateboard. Huell bought the Volcano House for $795,000 in 2003 and listed it for a loss at $650,000 in 2010. Well, the economy was kind of in a deep recession at the time, so that explains the loss. But there was something else going on, much more personally deep with Huell. Huell never married. He was a private person, and little was known about his personal life outside of his work. He lived a simple life with secondhand furniture and preferred eating at local family-owned restaurants. After 30 years of producing videos for public television, Huell retired in 2012. As they say, there's never a former Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. He was strong. He wasn't weak. He had a secret, though. His health was failing. Unbeknownst to all, Huell Howser was diagnosed with incurable cancer. To further his legacy and kind heart, Huell quietly donated his Volcano House to Chapman University in 2012, which they sold 3 years later for $750,000 to a private party. Huell also donated his entire library and rights of videos he made throughout the years of traveling, eating, and adventures to Chapman University so that his legacy can live on. In addition, he quietly left his 2 other remaining houses to the university as well. On January 7, 2013, Huell Howser passed away at age 67 in his Palm Springs home. His ashes were scattered in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of LA. After his passing, little did Huell know that his style of impromptu, friendly, funny, and approachable but slightly aggressive interviewing technique of random people would inspire so many people on social media platforms today. Huell Howser's legacy of California's deep, rich history, resources, and people would touch an entire nation as his adventures still live on through nightly syndication on public broadcast stations throughout the country to this day.
California, here I come, right back where I started from, where bowers of flowers bloom in the spring. Each morning at dawning, birdies sing at everything. A sun-kissed miss said, "Don't be late."